Blooming Prairie football coach Chad Gimbel, Blooming Prairie Coaches Show, brought to you by Olympic Fire Protection. Victory last night for the Awesome Blossoms at home, a 24-3 win over St. Clair, but that game was tight for a long time, right, Chad?
Yeah, it was. We struggled for about 2.5 quarters. Defensively, I thought we continued to play well. The big thing was offensively, we're just making too many mistakes, and it's focus. It's a lack of focus that we're struggling with. And it's not one player. It seems like it's each kid taking their turn, making a mistake and stuff. And once we got our first score, and we got ahead, our kids kind of picked up the intensity. So I don't know if that was a hangover from last week's loss or what, but it just seemed like it took us 2.5 quarters to get going. We got that first score, and then we seemed like we were a different team offensively and defensively, even though our defense was playing well. Mm-hmm. And it just seemed like they even kicked it up another notch. And but offensively, it's each kid's taking their turns, and we're killing ourselves on drives.
When things finally did get rolling, what was working well to move the ball?
It was a little bit of both. When we got our first score, Lucas Noble threw a nice pass and hit John Hatch over the middle, and that got us down to the 2-yard line. And 2 plays later, we were able to punch it in and get the score. And then later on, it's just kind of a mixture of run and pass, and being able to mostly run the ball and getting some sweeps going with Anthony on the outside, and then mix that up with some counters inside with the inside running game between Lucas and the halfbacks.
Defensively, you said defense was playing well, and overall, what are the comments in holding St. Clair to 3 points?
We gave up a few yards here and there, but we never gave up any big plays, and we never really let them sustain any drives. And the one time when they scored 3 points, they got the ball in the short field. I can't remember. I think there was a turnover, a fumble or something, and they got the ball in the short field, and they drove it about 15 yards and then kicked the field goal. So other than that, they really never threatened. Like I said, they got they get 1-2 first downs, and our defense would stiffen, and we would make some plays.
What have special teams been like through the first part of the season?
We're for the most part, we're holding our own. Place where we need to get better at is our extra points, and I think we scored 1 2-point conversion, and we've missed all of our other extra points, whether we're going for 2 or last night we tried to kick 4 extra points, and we missed all 4 of those. So we got to look at that and get that cleaned up, because those extra points really loom large in big games.
Injury update on the Blossoms?
Again, I'm knocking on wood right now. We're hanging in there. We're staying healthy. Kids are playing hard, and usually if you're doing the hitting, it kind of helps to stay out of some of those injury situations. But for the most part, our kids are hanging in there and staying upright. What
do you know about JWP for next Friday night, a Cat Country broadcast?
Looking at JWP just a little bit here. They haven't changed a whole lot from last year. In the first film that I'm watching, they do a lot of zone read, a lot of spread, a lot of zone stuff, and they make you play responsibility football on the defensive side. So you're going to see guys that our guys are going to have to remember what their assignments are. Who do they take? Do they take the running back? Do they take the quarterback? And then the quarterback can throw the ball pretty well as well. So our defensive backs are going to have to be up for the challenge of a quarterback that has a pretty good arm. Defensively, it looks like they run a 3-4, and they do a lot of blitzing and slanting out of that. So it'll be a good test for our offensive line to try to get that run game going.
24-3 last night over St. Clair. Blooming Prairie gets the win. Coach Chad Gimbel, thanks for the time, Chad. Good luck next week.
All right, Roy, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Blooming Prairie Coaches Show brought to you by Olympic Fire Protection on KRFO.